So for season 5 of Setup Makeover, I am going to Armenia, baby. This is the first time that I'm actually going to a different country to give somebody a brand new setup. This is definitely the craziest thing I've ever done in my life, let alone for a YouTube video. So I picked Armenia for this season because, as a lot of you know, I am Armenian, and I thought it would only be fair that the first international episode would be in my homeland. Armenia is a tiny little country in the Middle East, sandwiched by Turkey, Iraq, Georgia, and Azerbaijan. It's also right underneath Russia. It's a beautiful country, but it's a poor country. A lot of people live in very bad conditions, and the government doesn't really do much to help its citizens. Wages are extremely low, everything's expensive, and jobs are extremely scarce. I have a lot of family that still live there, and I do what I can to help out, but they still struggle on a daily basis. I'm well aware that there are other countries like this, and even some that are far worse. I'm not saying this for you guys to pity Armenia, but to understand that life is hard out there for a lot of people in different countries. You know, most of us are cozy in our homes watching YouTube videos when there are so many people out there who don't even have access to clean water or even a place to live in. You know, if you're watching this video, for example, on your phone, tablet, laptop, or whatever, then you should really appreciate what you have, because I feel like a lot of people take things for granted and they don't really realize that there are so many people out there who don't have what we have. It's kind of the main reason, the core reason why I started this show in the first place, to kind of just give back to the people less fortunate. So apparently finding a subscriber in Armenia was nearly impossible. I had the applications open for a few months and I didn't get a single qualified person, which was disappointing because I was really looking forward to it. I already bought the flights and the hotel, so I was going to Armenia regardless of what happened. So I knew I had to find somebody in Armenia immediately. I didn't want to go there just for vacation. As stupid as it sounds, I was hyped up. I was ready to go and actually do some work. Anyways, it wasn't hard finding someone there since a lot of my family members could have used a new setup. But ultimately, I picked my wife's brother for many reasons. His name is Arthur and he's 15 years old. He's a really good kid, very shy as well. He doesn't talk much, but he lives with his mom and she does her best to support him all by herself. Before I got married to my wife last year and brought her over to America, it was just the three of them, and my wife helped them out a lot since she worked full time. But now that she lives here in America with me, their income got cut pretty much in half. You know, she only brings home around $100 a month. $100 a month, which is pretty much nothing in Armenia. So I definitely wanted to do something nice for them. So I told his mom to send me a picture of his room so that I can see what type of setup he has, and I was shocked when she sent over the pictures because not only did everything look outdated, but the PC doesn't even work. She told me that it's been a couple of years that it hasn't been turning on, and Arthur only uses the desk to do homework. Since this was my first time going overseas, I couldn't exactly bring a full-size desk with me, let alone all the other parts for this setup. So I reached out to MSI to see if they could help me out, and sure enough, they were super excited to sponsor this season. It actually made shipping so much easier for me. So huge thanks to MSI for helping me out. But the biggest problem was finding a desk. Shopping for furniture in Armenia isn't as easy as it is here in America. They don't have an IKEA. Just by looking at the pictures of Arthur's room, I knew that there wasn't much space to work with. The bed was pretty close to the desk, so I knew that it had to be custom made. So his mom secretly measured the room and sent over the dimensions, which then I forwarded to my buddy David, who then 3D modeled a desk similar to the IKEA mom, since that was the design I was going for. A few days later, the design was completed and sent over to a furniture store in Armenia to build, while MSI shipped the rest of the parts. And thus, my journey began. All right, guys, so today is the big day. We're gonna make someone's dream a reality. It's gonna be very exciting. And this entire Armenia trip has been amazing, honestly, and I feel like we're gonna end on a positive note. I did get news from the mother that Arthur is not gonna be home until 5 o'clock because right after school, he's gonna go to soccer practice. So that's gonna give us about 6 hours to complete this entire project. So I hope it's enough time. I guess we'll find out soon enough. We're waiting on my friend right now to bring over the truck so that way we can go pick up the custom desk and the rest of the gear, and then from there we can go to Arthur's house and make it happen. So it's gonna be an exciting day. I hope everything goes according to plan. This is gonna be a very interesting episode to say the least. So I'm very excited to see what his reaction is gonna be, if there is even a reaction. But anyways, let's go.
What is this?
Alright, so here's the setup. One thing they messed up on is the cable rack underneath here. As you can see, it's kind of open and that side over there is closed. So it's gonna be hard to cable manage. That is why I'm gonna pick this up on the way so we can drill a hole in the back. That way we can route the cables from the back side. So other than that, I mean, the desk is built really well. It's all black like I wanted. And there's even some storage space on the side here so you can store whatever you want, of course. So we're finally here. Now the tough part is getting this up 6 floors. There is an elevator in this building, but we're gonna see if it actually fits in there. If it doesn't, we're gonna have to carry it manually up 6 flights of stairs, so it should be interesting. Alright, let's go in and check out Arthur's setup while he's not here, see what we're dealing with. All I saw were pictures up until today. So this is Arthur's bedroom. And then this interesting setup over here. I'm guessing this is the chair used. I don't know why it's here. Oh, there's no space. I don't know what this is doing here. Let's move this real quickly. We got a Samsung monitor, a Lightwave keyboard, I don't know, a generic mouse it looks like, and a pre-built all the way down here. It's from Express. I've never heard of this brand ever, but I want to know what's going on with this PC because I heard that it's not working properly or it's not working at all. So let's try and power this thing on. See what's going on. You can tell the setup hasn't been used in ages because it's all dusty. So it doesn't look like Arthur's used this setup at all. So the PC's on, but there's no output to the monitor. I don't even know how he's supposed to use this setup. Like there's not even, like the chair doesn't even fit here. And the bed is a little too far. Maybe like this? We got some books. So he does use the desk for some storage as well. So that's a good thing we did add storage for the new desk. Oh my god, the cables. So many cables back there. What do we got? Looks like we have an Intel processor, probably 4 gigs of RAM, and a hard drive as storage. No GPU, so we're running on a integrated graphics chip. Yeah, this thing is a dinosaur for sure. He's gonna get a really nice upgrade. Alright guys, so I'm pretty much done with the setup, but there's one piece that's missing, and I can't really call it a complete setup makeover without it, and that is a chair. So the one that Arthur is currently using doesn't really fit the theme of the setup, so it doesn't sit well with me. So right now we're out here shopping around to find a gaming chair or a good looking chair that fits with the setup's theme. The current budget is around 200 bucks or less US dollars. So we're gonna see if we can find one. We have about an hour left before he gets home, so it's gonna be pretty tight, but let's see what we can find. We made it to one of the popular furniture stores in Armenia, argavand.am. This is where we're picking up our chair. Got some nice looking stuff here actually. Nice.
My giszczęk, po prostu widzę rękami. Good boy. Miała... Comfortable?
So the chair cost us 75,000 Armenian dram, which is equivalent to 150 US dollars. Pretty good deal for a comfortable chair. Alright guys, so the setup is finally done. Arthur is about 5 minutes away, but before he gets here, I want to see what his mom thinks about the setup because she hasn't been in the room the entire time I've been putting it together. So let's see what her reaction is going to be. Let's go. Okay, now turn my light.
Oh, εσύ ճանական կալա, ինչ սյուրպրիզա, ուր է։
Alright, come on. 3, 2, 1.
Vay, εσύ սիրունա, ապրի, միտա, ես ինչ հրաշքա,
Սիրացի։
շատ սիրեցի, գույներին սիրունա,
Կսիրի Arthur-ը տնա։
շատ կսիրի, շատ,
Ինչ լավ։
վայ, ապրեք, աստված դες պահական։ Մամաս։
Art, ոնց ես։ Ոնց էր բանդ, practice-ը, ֆուտբոլի։ Լավ։
Basketball, yeah.
Oh, basketball, yeah? Oh, what's up on football? That's what I'm basketball. Ես քո համար սուրպրայզ ունեմ։ Բենաս։ Այդ կապան ես աշխարհից։ Okay, Արի սենքո սենյակ։ Okay, 3, 2, 1, basta. Okay, 3, 2, 1, basta.
Merci, chef.
Congratulations. Fazla satan Şuralar nasıl?
Çok sağ olun.
Farmı ve layla.
Ինչ խաղեր ես խաղում։ CS:GO ասիկ, չէ? Fortnite, էլ ինչ խաղում։
Friday 13.
Friday 13, էլ ինչ։
PUBG.
PUBG, okay։ Normal բան եմ download արել, կարես մեկ փորձես CS:GO, մնացածն կարես download արես հետո։ Գույները սիրում ես։
Շատ լավն է։
Bir gün yeri.
LMG. And that's funny. Nice. So Arthur is a super shy guy, like I said, and because of that, I didn't want to give him that much camera time. Last thing I wanted to do is make him uncomfortable. So going into this, I knew very well that there's not going to be a huge reaction. Something people need to realize is that not everyone jumps with joy when they're given a surprise or a gift. You know, some people are shy, some people are nervous. Everyone is different. I'm sure you guys have seen that video of me surprising my brother with a PC and gaming gear. There was pretty much no reaction when that happened. He was super shy and nervous. So I don't want everybody writing in the comment section, oh, this person is ungrateful because he didn't jump around like a monkey or he didn't cry in front of the camera. Everyone is different and they react differently to surprises or gifts like this. So I hooked up Arthur with some of the best gear that MSI has to offer. He's now got an amazing display to game on. The Optics Mag 272 CQR, which is a 27-inch curved monitor. We made him completely skip 1080p gaming at lower refresh rates and boosted him straight to 1440p gaming at 165 Hz refresh rate. For peripherals, he's now rocking the Vigor GK50, a mechanical gaming keyboard with Kale low-profile switches. One of the things I like about this keyboard is how light and slim it is. The low-profile design adds a lot of comfort while typing, and it's also faster than regular mechanical keyboards because these switches have shorter travel. The GM50 gaming mouse complements the keyboard well with high-quality arm-mount switches, and it's got a nice grippy side. Arthur likes playing shooter games like CS:GO, so a lightweight mouse is very important to him, so he can easily pick it up and glide around the mouse pad. For audio, I didn't want to give him just a headset. I wanted him to have speakers as well for variety. So I hooked him up with the Creative Pebble V2s. These tiny plug-and-play speakers, by the way, pack a nice punch. It's surprising the quality of audio that comes out of these for only 25 bucks. The headset is the Immerse GH50s, which has a detachable microphone and super comfy ear cups. This headset also has 7.1 surround sound and a vibration system, which you can toggle on and off using the inline controller. And finally, powering the entire setup and easily the biggest upgrade of them all is the PC. This is MSI's Trident A+. It's equipped with the i7-9700K, 16 gigs of RAM, and the MSI RTX 2060 Super graphics card. The form factor made it the perfect size for his setup. It barely takes up any space on the desk, giving me extra room on the other side to add a bit of spice. These hexagon light panels in combination with the RGB strips give the setup a cooler look in my opinion. Plus, who doesn't like RGB? With the RTX 2060 Super, he's able to play his favorite games maxed out without any issues. Currently, he's playing CS:GO, PUBG, and this game called Friday the 13th, which I've never heard of. Arthur absolutely loves his setup. In fact, he skipped the first 3 days of school just to play, and his mom tells me he wakes up at 6 a.m. every day and games until 12 a.m. What have I done? I'm really happy with how everything turned out. You know, I was afraid that this was gonna be a train wreck because I've never done anything like this in a different country, but everything worked out perfectly, and we have another satisfied person and another successful episode of Setup Makeover. Thank you so much to MSI for making all of this happen, but I think you guys know what happens next. On to season 6, baby. If you would like a setup makeover, then make sure you're following me on my Discord server, since that is where I make all the announcements regarding the show. If you guys enjoyed this season, make sure to leave a fat like to show your support. I love your beautiful faces as always, and I will see you in the next one.